Good morning. Here you can see the topic supernova explosion. Though actually the title of the topic should be only supernova, not supernova explosion. Under the title supernova, these 3 points should appear. Number 1, stellar evolution. Number 2 is second, core collapse. And number 3 is supernova explosion. Means supernova explosion, these subtitles should appear under the title only supernova, not supernova explosion, but in the thumbnail, just to make it interesting, I have written supernova explosion, and the same thing I have written here. Okay? Am I clear? So, actually the topic is supernova, not supernova explosion. Supernova explosion, this term comes under supernova. Supernova is what? Supernova is not an object. In most of the cases, students think that supernova is an object, just like a star. Okay, supernova is not an object, it is a phenomenon. Okay, it is a phenomenon. Supernova is a phenomenon. Supernova explosion is also a phenomenon. Okay, so there are total of 3 phenomena which occurs in a massive star. Massive means what? Our sun is not considered as a massive star. Our sun, you know, it is it is having huge size. Still, this is not considered in the study of astrophysics or cosmology. Okay, our star in the solar system, our star is not considered a massive object. If the mass of a star is at least 8 to 10 times, 8 to 10 times of our sun, okay, means 8 to 10 times greater than our sun. In that case, that star will be called a massive star. And this phenomenon, that is supernova, occurs only with those stars. But that is not the only condition. Mass should be of this size, minimum mass should be of this size. That is not the only condition. That is one of the conditions. It depends on the composition of the star also. Different stars are having different compositions. Okay, so whether supernova explosion or supernova that will take place or not depends upon the composition, and other characteristics are also there. But I am not going into the details of that thing. Here in this video lecture, I want to discuss only about the phenomenon supernova. It is an extremely beautiful phenomenon, happens in the sky or happens in the space. Okay, when it happens, means the last stage is supernova explosion. In that case, it outshines the entire galaxy. Okay, let us start with the first point. So, in short, what is supernova? It is the end of the life cycle. It is a phenomenon which happens at the end of the life cycle of a massive star. Okay, of a massive star. It is highly catastrophic. It is extremely beautiful event. It is an event. First point is stellar evolution. Means evolution of the star. Stellar evolution means what? Evolution of the star. You know that nuclear fusion reaction occurs. In our sun also nuclear fusion reaction is occurring. Okay. So nuclear fusion reaction occurs and heavy metals are, heavy elements, not metals, heavy elements are formed inside the core. And when iron is formed, inside the core, when iron is formed, after that no new element will be produced. Okay, because nuclear fusion reaction among the iron elements does not occur. Okay, so formation of iron is the last stage, and when the mass of the core reaches a critical mass, so that is which part? That is stellar evolution. Last stage is what? Formation of iron inside the core. That is the last stage. Okay. Then, when the mass of the core reaches a critical value, okay, when the mass of the core reaches a critical value, in that case, the gravitational pull becomes excessive. Huge gravitational pull will be there in that case because mass has increased. Okay. So in that case, what happens? Collapse of the core occurs. And it is a very quick process, very fast process. Okay. Collapse of the core occurs, and that point is here written core collapse. Okay. Collapse of the core occurs. So when collapse of the core occurs, tremendous amount of energy is released from the core towards outside the star. And outside of the star, outside of the core, layers are there. Layers of the composition of that massive sun is there. Okay. And due to that huge energy release, shock waves are produced. Okay. Shock waves are produced. And those shock waves those shock waves go through the outer layer of that massive star. And it looks like an explosion. Just for a brief time, the entire galaxy becomes lighted. Okay? Means this explosion of the supernova explosion, can outshine the entire galaxy for a short period of time, for a short interval of time. And at this moment, astronomers look into the sky to observe carefully. They get a chance during this time to study these phenomena in detail. By studying these things, the expansion of the universe and something about dark energy, these things can be known by them in detail. Means it is one kind of experiment. This is not being conducted by the scientists. This is occurring in nature spontaneously. Okay, this is occurring in nature spontaneously, and astronomers wait for that time. When it occurs, they will start collecting data from this naturally occurring experiment. Okay, so anyway, this explosion is tremendous, and when this explosion occurs, the outer layers are expelled into the space, and the expelled matter, it becomes at the end planets, stars, and also life. Life is also formed from there. Okay, it is very, very, very interesting event for the scientists or the astronomers. Which one? The last stage, supernova explosion. That's why, since this is very interesting, that's why I have given in the thumbnail the title to be Supernova Explosion. So in short, what is supernova explosion? It is just like bomb blast. Okay? And when bomb blast occurs, you know what happens. So same thing happens with stars, but minimum mass of the star should be at least 8 to 10 times that of our sun. That is one of the criteria. Other criteria are also there, okay, such as composition of the star and also other characteristics. Anyway, I think this should be the end of this lecture. Okay. Later, in my videos, I'll try to discuss in detail all these three. Okay. Here in this video, I have discussed in short this stellar evolution, this core collapse, the supernova explosion, etc. in brief. Okay. Later, just a single video will be created just for the first point. Then one more video will be created by me for the second point that way. That way I'll be able to give you the lecture in detail. Okay. Not in a single video. Different videos, separate videos will be created by me to explain each and everything of this subject. Main subject is physics, and it is a branch of physics, cosmology or astrophysics, whatever you say. Okay. Anyway, this is the end of this lecture. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video.